Attack on a diesel locomotive in Kherson using a Russian FPV drone. The Russian armed forces have been targeting Ukraine's railway infrastructure for some time, attacking trains, diesel locomotives, repair facilities, and similar targets. Here's a brief look at the work of snipers from the Vostok Task Force operating in the direction of Zaporizhia. This clip shows assault units providing fire support. The footage features soldiers from the 38th Separate Guards, motorized rifle brigade of the 35th Army Corps. Their mission was to neutralize enemy firing positions, particularly those blocking the advance of Russian infantry, to ensure safe passage for Russian assault groups. Footage shot from a first-person perspective. During nighttime operations, enemy infantry were spotted running along the road, and a brief chase ensued. First-person footage from Russian soldiers, footage from a special operation. These inconspicuous, dilapidated structures typically serve as drone launch sites for the enemy. They house both command centers and drone assembly areas. Our aerial reconnaissance recently uncovered another such location in the village of Grishino, in the direction of Dobropilia. Ukrainian forces were launching their drones from here to slow the advance of central units.
Пошел ты за мной! Пойдем!
Footage released by the Russian Ministry of Defense shows the operations of a two-person assault team from the 35th Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade. The reconnaissance drone operators guided the team to the target. After entering the building, the team relied solely on themselves and their allies. The result of the soldiers' coordinated efforts, neutralizing enemy personnel, capturing the Ukrainian armed forces' position, and seizing the equipment necessary to operate the UAV control station.
Батарейки. Даже радиостанции, то здесь.
На приеме, на приеме.
Зачистили дом. Уничтожили -2.
Russian FPV drones are ambushing enemy infantry every day. Share your thoughts on these drone ambush attacks in the comments. Easter celebrations at the front. Even at the front, keeping centuries-old traditions alive remains an important source of morale for our soldiers carrying out their duties in a special military operation zone. Take a look at how our soldiers celebrate Easter at the front. Soldiers receive some holiday treats during their lunch breaks at their unit locations. However, as was the case in the Western Military District, the primary task of logistics services was to deliver these treats to the soldiers at the front. The gifts were delivered via drones to ensure every soldier could celebrate this major holiday. Garin kamikaze drones carried out a double attack on the 150 kilovolt electrical substation at the Central Coal Processing Plant in Kryvyi Rih.
Значит, хочется сказать спасибо украинской армии.
Russian soldiers seized ammunition belonging to Ukrainian forces near Kostiantinovka.
Западного вооружения для российской армии. Обещаю, все это мы используем против вас.
Operations by the Russian Armed Forces mobile fire teams in the border region.
Ох! Да.
Давай, ебашь! Ну, блин, опять, да, Костя? О, пошел! Ох, ебать! Ебать! Снимай! Бахно!
During reconnaissance in free mode in the direction of Kharkiv and Sumy, a large number of Ukrainian infantrymen were neutralized. Enemy soldiers attempted to fire at FPV drones, but failed to shoot them down. As a result, what happened happened. Kharkiv region. Russian soldiers are attacking a house near where Ukrainian infantry are located from close range. Hand grenades are being thrown and shots are being fired. Russian soldiers are waving the flag in the captured village of Zelenoy. Video footage of Russian soldiers evacuating a Finnish-made Sisu XA-180 armored personnel carrier they had captured. Ukraine had acquired this equipment before the special military operation began, but now this armored personnel carrier may end up in a Russian city where destroyed Western equipment is displayed. An FPV drone landed in a basement where infantrymen were hiding in the Lyman area. The Russian drone operator spotted an enemy infantryman while in standby mode. He immediately sprang into action. The soldier took cover in a house. The operator decided to wait a little longer instead of attacking immediately. The enemy infantryman came out again, and then it all happened. A Ukrainian reconnaissance UAV was tracked, and as a result, the UAV control point was revealed. Then, munitions-carrying drones arrived and powerful munitions were fired, destroying the position. Russian assault units captured the village of Zelenoye near Kharkiv, amid heavy fog, according to other footage. Ukrainian infantrymen are trying to hide from drones, but this is no longer possible with current technology. A Russian Molnya-2 kamikaze UAV struck a house where a large group of Ukrainian infantrymen were hiding. Afterwards, all the infantrymen rushed outside and attempted to relocate. All their movements were tracked. An operator from the 14th Guard Special Forces Brigade regularly shoots down enemy UAVs in the skies over Huliaipol, Zaporizhzhia Oblast. Russian soldiers opened fire with light weapons on enemy FPVs in a section of the front line. No one was injured. In the Tetkinsky sector of the front, artillery units of the 1427th Regiment and FPV drones are striking exposed enemy positions. Enemy ammunition depots and UAV control points are under attack. Objective observation of a missile strike carried out near the village of Zhadovo in the Chernihiv region at a training and launch site for long-range UAVs belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces. American International Max Pro drones destroyed by FPV drones in the Vovchansk region of Kharkiv Oblast. Paratroopers from the separate airborne battalion of the Ivanovo unit are precisely identifying and eliminating enemy vehicles from the map. A lone enemy infantryman was found and captured in a small shelter by the roadside. UAVs belonging to the 41st Airborne Division of the 44th Army Corps continue to detect camouflaged Ukrainian shelters during aerial reconnaissance in the Kharkiv region. FPV drone operators are destroying the shelters. A pickup truck carrying enemy infantry was spotted. Those in the vehicle managed to get out at the last moment. He thought an enemy infantryman was camouflaged until the FPV drone came alongside him. Russian FPV drone operators are capturing enemy infantry one by one. Russian drones appear when the infantry least expect it. Even if the infantry try to hide or flee, they cannot succeed. Objective monitoring of the attack carried out by the Iskander-M missile system on the Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV training and launch site located near the village of Bratskoye in the Sumy region. Another FPV drone attack on an enemy infantry vehicle in the Petrivka area. UAV operators belonging to the 5th Army of the Vostok Military Group are systematically destroying enemy vehicles, preventing the delivery of ammunition and personnel to enemy positions. Russian FPV drone ambushes are becoming more effective and destructive every day. The FPV drones of the 14th Guards Special Forces Regiment, part of the Vostok Military Group, are targeting Ukrainian armed forces equipment, disrupting ammunition and personnel shipments, disrupting logistics, and weakening enemy defenses in the Zaporizhzhia region. Calculation of the anti-tank guided missile system of the 14th Guards Special Forces Regiment, part of the Vostok Military Group, against enemy UAV launch pads in the Zaporizhzhia region. The Russians are approaching enemy positions with ground robotic platforms and striking targets. UAV operators attached to the 35th Army of the Vostok Military Group are targeting and destroying enemy positions in the Polozhsky direction. Russian reconnaissance UAVs are objectively monitoring the moments of attack. Footage from the operation to liberate Zvanivka in Donetsk by a unit affiliated with the Southern Forces Group. Russian soldiers appear to be clearing houses one by one. They also appear to be capturing Ukrainian soldiers.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
UAV operators belonging to the 35th Army of the Vostok Military Group are systematically striking enemy forces in the Zaporizhia region near Hulapolye. The operators of the 1st Tank Army's UAV destroyed an American-made M113 armored personnel carrier belonging to Ukrainian soldiers in the village of Podoli.